I heard Bryce sucks.
I think he better than Bronny, but they haven't been talking about him. I think he probably went to the wrong school. He should have went to like a chill school. He can be the man. I don't think he really the man in Arizona.
From what I heard, like he's not. He's got more size than Bronny, but he's not better than Bronny. Bronny's better than him.
Uh,
Like he's tall, but he doesn't have the explosiveness, the bounce. He really doesn't have a true position.
mm,
So they're saying Bryce is, he's
yeah.
just gonna get a degree. You know what I'm saying? But they all gonna be good. Like they're gonna work for their dad's companies. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, do they have to
Like,
work?
I mean, so it's funny, we should actually talk about this. So my boy, we were talking about this today, and I was like, yo, if I'm worth 5 billion, right? I was like, I would set up a trust for my kids, and each one would get 50 million when they turn 50 years old.
Damn.
And that's what he said. And I'm like, to me, that makes sense. And I was like, they get 50 million when they turn 50 years old, 50 million after taxes. And, the ones who want to be in whatever business I'm in, they would get the mentorship and they would get to shadow people and all of that kind of good stuff. And maybe be able to take that. But if somebody wants, you got to figure something out. You can't just be like, I'm a rich kid. That's not what I'm.
Yeah, but why are you torturing them like that? 50 years
Yeah.
old? Like, you lived more than half your life by that point. Like, why are you
How is that
torturing them
torturing
like
them?
that?
That's
You
telling
feel
them to
like,
find.
would you feel like they're going to be like little assholes if you, like, if they grow up with money? Or are they not going to know how hard it is to work for money? Do you want them to work hard for money?
I want them to find a passion. And what you find with a lot of billionaire kids, there was actually a book about this. I didn't read it, but my pops read it and he was telling me about it, where a lot of billionaire kids are really unhappy because they don't have a passion. You know what I mean? They don't have they don't go, like you had a passion for audio and visual and producing and all that. I had a passion for politics and teaching and all of that. So I pursued that. Like if I just had $1 billion waiting, like I'm not going to pursue those things. I'm just going to be rich kid. And so you want them to do that. And to me, it's like, and I have some stipulations in order to get that trust. Because look at what happened with AI. AI couldn't touch any money. He had a Reebok deal. I don't know if y'all remember this.
that's what
I
I
think it
was
was,
gonna say.
yeah, Reebok deal. And it was like he couldn't touch the money till he turned 50 or something like that, or 55 or something. And that's literally saved him because he blew through all his basketball money. You know what I'm saying? He would be absolutely broke. But because he has that $50 million from Reebok or whatever waiting in a trust, he's good for his retirement and for his old age and to pass money down to his heirs. And I'm not giving him all the money I have because I want to give away to my community. 50 million should be a nice little
No, I don't
start.
disagree with the amount that you're giving them. I disagree with making them wait until they're 50. I think it depends on how you raise the kids. I mean,
But what
they can
but
find a passion and have money. Like, there's kids out there that grow up to be actors like their parents, or actresses, or like Jaden Smith. Like, he found a passion. He's very passionate about some of the stuff he does. A little too passionate. So like you can find passions. It's not. I think it depends on how you raise the kids.
well, I think the so I'll tell you what my pops told me. He was like, he didn't say I was gonna get nothing, but he was like, expect to get nothing.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's how everybody should live. If you didn't earn this money, you're not entitled to this money. You have to live and find your own way. But yeah, you got a cushion. And that doesn't mean that when they're 30, that if they need help buying a house, I won't help them buy a house or help them along the way. Or if they're in grad school, help them pay for an apartment or, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, that they're doing, help them along the way. I'm just saying I'm not giving you money. Like I'm not going to give you 50 million or 100 million or
You
whatever
mean a
so
big
you
lump
can just
sum?
go
Like,
buy Porsche, huh?
is that what you mean? Just a big lump sum of money? You're not going to give them a big lump sum.
Yeah, like
Okay.
if you need help throughout your life, I'm going to help you. Even after the 50 million, I'll
Hmm.
help you to reach your goals. Like if you're going to like say you want to get a PhD like your dad, you ain't got to pay for school. You know what I'm saying? Like your dad did. You ain't got to get loans. You don't got to, I would like it if you worked because I worked and I think that helped me, to be better later on. But if you're like, yo, dad, I couldn't find a job, I still want to go to grad school, that's going to be paid for. Your apartment, I will pay for as much of that as you need to get paid for it. Your car broke down, you know what I'm saying? Here's some money for your car. Like I will help you along the way, but you're not going to live like a rich a-hole as a
Of
kid.
course.
And as a grown person, like when you turn 50, that's setting you up for your retirement and setting you up so that you can pass something down to your children. And in order to get it, you have to sign a prenup with whoever you marry too. And that way, if you get married at 30 and that person knows that you're not getting the money till 50, you know what I'm saying? You'll scare some gold diggers away too, because they gotta stay married to you for 20 years in order to get anything.
I mean, you can also raise your kids to stay away from gold diggers and teach them the game. What do you think, Wade?
I just posted something on our page, our Instagram page, about Michael Jordan. Now, Jason, is this saying once he passes away, he'll give him the $50 million? Or this is why he's still living too. Once they reach 50, they'll get this money.
For me, I hope to be living when my children are 50. I'm gonna be old because I started pretty late in the game. But it doesn't matter if I'm alive or dead. I'm gonna pass. If I have $5 billion, I'm gonna
Yeah,
pass money on.
the guy you were specifically are referring to. Is this when he passes away, or this just when they turn 50?
Oh no, I wasn't referring to anybody specifically, except for I think that's the case with Bill Gates.
Oh,
His kids don't get anything, but like they have a little trust for like $10 million.
okay.
But
Little trust
Bill
for $10
Gates is
million. dollars?
Bill Gates is worth 150 billion.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
10 million is not little compared to most
Well,
people.
not,
When your pops is worth 150 billion,
It's a
10
little
million
it's a
is
little to Bill Gates, but it's not a little to them.
yeah.
yeah. And then all right, so I guess, and I would give 5 times that, and
Yeah.
But not until they're 50.
not until they're 50.
Yeah,
They're not getting it until he's dead.
that's
You
what
know
I
what I'm
was.
saying?
Jordan. I posted something on our Instagram page about Jordan leaving his kids. I think he's worth 3 billion or 4 billion. So he's leaving his oldest son 900 billion. I think that's Marcus. Then he's leaving his daughter 700. Then he's leaving his other son, excuse me, his other son, I think 600 million. Then he has two other twins that I didn't even know about. He has two other girl twins. I think he's leaving them both 500 million apiece. So I think you said 50 million compared to Jordan's 900 million. That's crazy. That's a big difference.
But here's the thing.
And that's when he passes. Not when
Jordan is not altruistic. You know what I'm saying? And look at Marcus. Marcus is a mess. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, look at
yeah,
freaking Marcus. Like,
yeah.
dude getting caught with coke, and you know what I mean? Like, do you want to give that kid 900 million? He's gonna lose it.
It's some
You know what I'm
condition.
saying?
Each of those, like, it's conditions with all of that money for all of his kids too. I didn't mention that. I forgot what the conditions were, but I'm just saying
Yeah, to me is
1 million
it
is a
you have to, you know, get a prenup, and because I'm not turning my money over to, if my son goes and marries Selena Powell, you know what I'm saying? I'm not turning my money over to her. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. I don't even know who Selena Powell is, but I've heard the name. Um, but I'm assuming she's like an internet jump off. But yeah, like real talk, I have no idea who that is. I don't. If you showed me a picture, I wouldn't know. But I'm not turning that money over to somebody like that. So you're gonna get somebody who you love. You're gonna live real experiences. You're gonna know what it is to struggle a little bit, and then you're gonna be good with the rest of your life. Once you turn 50, you're good. And I still want to do good for your community, for my community. I think it was um, Andrew Carnegie, one of the captains of industry, who said, "A man who dies wealthy dies disgraced." And I believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to help the community. I want, there to be the Jason Nichols Learning Center in Baltimore City. You know what I'm saying? Or like that's what I'm looking to do. And my kids will be taken care of. And if I have a business, they'll be on the board. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna be good. Don't think I'm not setting them up. I'm gonna teach them how to fish, though. I'm not just giving them fish.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's important. You know what I'm saying? I think too many people think, oh, you just give it to the kids and it's their money and all of that. No, man. Because that's why most billionaires, the way it works is you have one generation that makes the money, one generation kind of maintains it, and by the third generation, it's gone. Because that middle generation just got money and they didn't learn to value it, they didn't make it, they didn't learn how to double it, they didn't do any of that. So they just end up spending and squandering money. And then by the third generation, it's completely gone. So for me, I don't want that for my legacy.
I feel you.
And
All right, yeah.
and Jordan definitely ain't about giving money to the community. That's not Jordan's thing. He ain't the GOAT. He ain't Bron in that respect. He can ball.
He said he ain't Brian. That's funny.
Nah, I mean Bron does for the community. Jordan's not that kind of the guy. Even though I will say this, Jordan made a bunch of health clinics, I believe. I heard he started a bunch of health clinics in North Carolina. So shout
Yeah.
out to Mike for doing that.
Mm.
Um, and helping people in some of these health deserts that are out there. But overall, we know Jordan thinks about Jordan.
Yeah, I saw he retired his old janitor as well, who was working at his high school when he was going there. He retired him and gave him some money, gave him a couple mil.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? And I think stuff like that is cool, but overall, I want to do for the community, writ large, and my family will be taken care of. But first, I got to get to 5 billion. So y'all got to like and subscribe. Word to mother, like